Lanoe George Hawker, one of the most significant figures in the early history of aerial warfare, stands as a testament to the courage and innovation that defined World War I aviators. Often referred to as the British Bulky, Hawker was not only a skilled fighter pilot, but also an influential leader and a pioneer in the development of aerial tactics. With a distinguished career that earned him the Victoria Cross, Hawker's legacy as a fearless aviator and a brilliant strategist continues to be remembered and celebrated. This video delves into the life of Lanoe George Hawker, his remarkable contributions to the Royal Flying Corps, and his lasting impact on military aviation. Lanoe George Hawker was born on December 30, 1890, in Long Parish, Hampshire, England. From a young age, Hawker exhibited an interest in mechanics and aviation. His father, a colonel in the British Army, encouraged his fascination with flight, and by the time he was a teenager, Hawker had already built his own glider. His early passion for flying would later shape his career and make him one of the most innovative pilots of his time. Hawker received his formal education at the Royal Navy College in Dartmouth before joining the Royal Military Academy at Woolwich, where he trained as an officer in the Royal Engineers. His engineering background and keen interest in aviation naturally led him to the Royal Flying Corps, RFC, when the opportunity arose. Hawker earned his pilot's license in 1913, just a year before the outbreak of World War I. At the onset of World War I in 1914, Lanoe George Hawker joined the Royal Flying Corps as a lieutenant. He quickly gained a reputation for his exceptional flying skills and technical ingenuity. Hawker's early missions involved reconnaissance and artillery spotting, roles that were crucial in the early stages of the war. However, his true calling emerged when he was assigned to combat duties, where he excelled as a fighter pilot. Hawker's first significant contribution to the RFC came in 1915, when he invented a new type of mounting for the Lewis machine gun, allowing it to be fired at an angle from the cockpit. This innovation gave British pilots a considerable advantage in dogfights, as they could now fire their guns in a wider range of directions, without having to maneuver their planes into a specific position. This was a game-changer in aerial combat, and demonstrated Hawker's ability to think outside the box and innovate under pressure. Lanoe Hawker's first aerial victory came on July 25, 1915, when he shot down 2 German aircraft in a single day over the Western Front. His feat was accomplished while flying a Bristol Scout C armed with the Lewis gun that he had personally modified. For his bravery and skill during this mission, Hawker was awarded the Distinguished Service Order, DSO, making him one of the first recipients of this honor in the Royal Flying Corps. Hawker's success as a fighter pilot continued, and by the end of 1915, he had achieved 7 confirmed aerial victories. His ability to outmaneuver his opponents and his tactical brilliance made him a formidable adversary in the skies. Hawker's leadership skills also began to shine as he took on more responsibilities within the RFC. He was promoted to captain and given command of No. 24 Squadron, which was the first unit in the RFC to be entirely equipped with the Airco DH-2, a single-seat pusher biplane designed specifically for air-to-air combat. As the commander of No. 24 Squadron, Hawker played a crucial role in developing and implementing aerial combat tactics that would be used throughout the war. He was a strict but fair leader, demanding the best from his men while also encouraging innovation and initiative. Hawker's leadership style and his ability to inspire his pilots made No. 24 Squadron one of the most effective units in the Royal Flying Corps. Under Hawker's command, No. 24 Squadron achieved numerous victories and became known for its aggressive and coordinated approach to dogfighting. Hawker emphasized the importance of teamwork and communication in aerial combat, and his teachings laid the groundwork for many of the tactics that would later be refined by other legendary pilots, such as Edward McManus and James McCudden. Hawker's influence extended beyond his own squadron. He was involved in the training of new pilots and played a key role in shaping the RFC's approach to aerial warfare. His contributions to the development of fighter tactics earned him widespread respect among his peers and cemented his reputation as one of the leading figures in the early days of military aviation. Lanoe Hawker's most famous encounter occurred on November 23, 1916, when he faced the legendary German ace Manfred von Richthofen, the Red Baron, over Bapaume, France. Despite flying an older aircraft, Hawker engaged Richthofen in a prolonged, intense dogfight that lasted over half an hour. Tragically, the battle ended when Richthofen's Albatros D-2 struck Hawker's plane with a single bullet, causing it to crash behind enemy lines, where Hawker was killed instantly. His death was a significant loss for the Royal Flying Corps, and he was posthumously awarded the Victoria Cross for his extraordinary bravery and unwavering commitment to duty. Lanoe George Hawker's legacy as a pioneer of aerial warfare is undeniable. His innovations in fighter tactics, leadership of Lanoe 24 Squadron, and personal bravery cemented his place in military aviation history. Hawker's modifications to the Lewis gun and emphasis on teamwork in dogfighting had a lasting impact on the tactics used by fighter pilots throughout and beyond World War I. His death in combat against Manfred von Richthofen further enhanced his legendary status. The respect between these two great pilots was mutual, as Richthofen later expressed admiration for Hawker's skill and bravery. Their famous dogfight remains an iconic example of the chivalry and honor that existed among World War I pilots. In addition to his military achievements, Hawker's personal qualities contributed to his enduring legacy. Known for his humility and innovation, he was beloved by his comrades and respected within the Royal Flying Corps. His emphasis on teamwork, communication, and effective use of technology in combat became standard practice in air forces worldwide. The tactics and leadership principles he developed continue to be studied and applied by military aviators to this day. Beyond his professional achievements, Lanoe George Hawker was known for his deep sense of duty and responsibility. Despite the dangers of aerial combat, he remained dedicated to his role as a leader and mentor. His personal letters and diaries reveal a reflective and pragmatic man, often contemplating the nature of war and its impact on those involved. Hawker's close relationships with his family, expressed in his correspondence, highlighted his concern for their welfare and his hope for an end to the war. These qualities contributed to the deep respect he earned from those who knew him. Hawker's legacy is preserved through various memorials and tributes. He is commemorated on the RS Flying Services Memorial in France, which honors RFC airmen with no known grave. Several buildings and institutions in the United Kingdom are also named in his honor, ensuring that his contributions to military aviation will not be forgotten. Lanoe George Hawker's story is one of innovation, leadership, and heroism. As one of the first fighter aces of World War I and a key figure in developing aerial combat tactics, his contributions to the Royal Flying Corps were invaluable. Hawker's bravery and skill earned him the highest honors, including the Victoria Cross, and his legacy as a pioneer of military aviation continues to be celebrated today. Hawker's influence on aerial warfare cannot be overstated. His pioneering tactics, leadership, and personal bravery set the standard for future generations of fighter pilots. His legacy is reflected not only in World War I history, but also in the ongoing study and application of the principles he helped establish. Hawker's story is a reminder of the extraordinary courage and innovation of World War I aviators. As we continue to honor the heroes of the Great War, Lanoe George Hawker's name will forever be remembered as a pioneer of modern aerial combat. Thank you for watching our video on Lanoe George Hawker. If you enjoyed this content and want to learn more about other World War I heroes, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. We appreciate your support and look forward to sharing more stories of courage and valor from the Great War.